The following is a production of Jenks FM. Thank you for your support.
Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat, where today is part 2 of our ultimate guide to the FIFA Club World Cup. Today we're going to be looking at Groups C and D. We'll be looking at each team that makes up these groups, looking at their journey to qualification, key players, historical stats, injury updates, and any notable head-to-head records. Let's get started.
Jenks FM 109.2.
A quick recap of the tournament. There are 32 teams from across the world. They'll be split into 8 groups of 4. From those groups, the top 2 will go through to the round of 16. In the round of 16, you'll see winners versus runners-up. For example, the first day of the finals on the 29th of June, we'll see winner of Group A versus runner-up of Group B, and winner of Group C against runner-up of Group D. The winner of these 2 ties will then go on to the quarterfinals to play each other on the 5th of July. Then on the other side of the bracket, the winner of Group B will face the runner-up on Group A, and Group D facing off against the runner-up of Group C. 2 teams from those groups will go through to the quarterfinal on the 6th of July. And the same will be repeated for the 4 other ties in the round of 16. The round of 16 finishes off on the 2nd of July before we move into the quarterfinals. They'll take place on both the 5th and 6th of July. Semi-final 1 will be on the 9th of July, semi-final 2 on the 10th of July, with the final on the 14th of July. And a quick thank you to listener Domenico, who pointed out I used the wrong crest for Botafogo. The correct one should be Botafogo FR, not Botafogo FC. Thanks for that. And moving on to Group C, we have Bayern Munich, Benfica, Boca Juniors, and Auckland City. Bayern Munich of Germany, the first team we're looking at in Group C. They secured their spot through UEFA's ranking pathway, reflecting consistent performances in European competitions over the past 4 years. Key players to look out for: Harry Kane, he leads the attack, while Leon Goretzka may feature in central defence due to injuries. Injury worries sees Upamecano, min-jae and Hiroki Ito sidelines. Bayern have a strong record against Benfica, with 10 wins and 3 draws in 13 meetings. Head-to-heads, Bayern did defeat Boca Juniors in the 2001 Continental Cup final. Bayern will open up against Auckland City in Cincinnati on the 15th. 5 days later, they come across South American powerhouses Boca Juniors in Miami Gardens, before finishing off the group stage against Benfica in Charlotte on June the 24th. The second team that we are looking at in Group C is Benfica of Portugal. They earned their place via UEFA's ranking pathway. Key players include veterans Angel Di Maria, Nicolas Otamendi, and they have both won the 2022 FIFA World Cup with Argentina. Historical facts: Portugal's most decorated club with 38 Primeira Liga titles. Head-to-heads, they recently faced off against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Bayern have an unbeaten record against Benfica. Benfica open up their Group C against Boca Juniors in Miami Gardens before moving on to Orlando, where they come up against Auckland City. And then the final Group C match for them sees them coming up against Bayern Munich in Charlotte. And the third team that we're looking at in Group C is Boca Juniors of Argentina. They secured their qualification through a spot in CONMEBOL's ranking pathway. Key players include Edinson Cavani, Marcus Rocco and Gary Medel, who add valuable experience to the squad. They are 6 times Copa Libertadores champions and 35 times Argentine league winners. They have faced Bayern Munich once, losing in the 2001 Intercontinental Cup final. And Boca Juniors open up their campaign against Benfica at Miami Gardens, followed by Bayern Munich also at Miami Gardens, before closing out the group stage against Auckland City in Nashville. Rounding off Group C is Auckland City of New Zealand. They're representing Oceania as the top-ranked team over the past 4 years. The team is known for its cohesive unit under coach Albert Riera. They've been dominant in the OFC Champions League with 12 titles, and they're set to face Bayern Munich for the first time in club history. Auckland City not to be confused with Auckland FC, the A-League professional club. Auckland City are a semi-professional team who play in the National League in New Zealand. Auckland City begin their campaign on June the 15th against Bayern Munich in Cincinnati, before moving on to Orlando on June the 20th, where they'll face off against Benfica, closing out the group stage in Nashville on the 24th of June against Boca Juniors. Next we move on to Group D. Group D contains Chelsea, Flamengo, LAFC and S Tunis. We start off with Chelsea of England, the first team in Group D. They qualified by winning the 2021 UEFA Champions League. They are coached by Enzo Maresca and won the 2021 FIFA Club World Cup. They have no competitive matches against Flamengo, LAFC or S Tunis, though they played a friendly against Flamengo in 1998, winning 5-0. That leads us on to our second team in Group D, Flamengo of Brazil. They secured their spot by winning the 2022 Copa Libertadores. Recent signing Jorginho brings European experience, joining David Luiz and forward Pedro, who have been prolific in the Brasileiro. 3-time Copa Libertadores champions and 7-time Brazilian league winners. No competitive matches against Chelsea, LAFC or S Tunis. Flamengo kick off their Club World Cup campaign against Esperance de Tunis in Philadelphia on June the 16th. Their next match is against Chelsea, also in Philadelphia, on the 20th of June, before going to Orlando to face LAFC on the 24th to finish off their matches of the group stage. And the third team making up Group D is LAFC. They earned their place by defeating Club America in a playoff match, which replaced the suspended club, Club Leon. The team is managed by Steve Cherundolo. They are the MLS Cup winners in 2022 and runner-up of the 2023 CONCACAF Champions League. Also, no competitive matches against Chelsea, Flamengo or S Tunis. LAFC begin their campaign against Chelsea in Atlanta on June the 16th, moving on to Nashville against Esperance de Tunis on the 20th of June, and rounding off their Group D in Orlando against Flamengo on the 24th. Esperance de Tunis of Tunisia are the final team rounding off Group D. They qualified through CAF's ranking pathway. Captain Yassine Maraya leads the defence, with Youssef Belali adding flair to the attack. They are 4-time CAF Champions League winners and 33-time Tunisian League champions. No previous competition against any of the other clubs in this group. Esperance de Tunis, they kick off their campaign against Flamengo in Philadelphia on June the 16th. In Nashville, they'll play LAFC on the 20th, and in Philadelphia, they'll play Chelsea on the 24th of June. And a reminder that progression from these two groups will see winner C taking on the runner-up of D in the round of 16 on the 29th of June. On the other side of the bracket, the winner of Group D taking on the runner-up of Group C on the 30th of June. That wraps up our deep dive into Groups C and D of the FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Stay tuned to the Football Chat for more insights as the tournament progresses. Join us next time as I'll be covering Groups E and F of the Club World Cup. Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts on social media. Until then, goodbye.
Jenks FM 109.2.